Hello and welcome to FACEIT TV. I'm DDK, this is Threats, and we have ourselves loads of games today. Loads of games. First though, we're going to kick things off with FACEIT League Europe, and we have EnVyUs, who we're going to see loads of today. We're playing Cash, and what do you think is going to happen, Bien? What do you think is going to happen?
Even though EnVyUs lost to NIP yesterday on Cash, I would still favor them on this map. And just based on that, it's EnVyUs' strongest map, together with Dust 2, so wouldn't be surprised if EnVyUs wins this game.
Alright, well let's take a look at the schedule and see all the matches we have today, because again, it's going to be loads of EnVyUs, so it's going to be just jam-packed full of them. And of course, they will be doing a show match against Virtus.pro after these couple matches, so you can see that Virtus.pro also going to be filling out FACEIT TV with games. So yeah, Cash against Virtus.pro, this is super good on Cash as well as EnVyUs. It's going to be interesting to see how the styles match up. Then we've got Fnatic and Virtus.pro on Overpass. Which
on Overpass, that is very interesting.
That's one of the two best teams of Overpass for me.
Yeah, right? Especially considering, I think it was in FACEIT League as well, Virtus.pro beating TSM 16-1 on Overpass. And how will Fnatic handle Virtus.pro on that map?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome actually. So I'm pretty excited for that one as well. But yeah, of course, this is FACEIT League. And we're pretty early into all the matches right now. Don't know why you're giggling away there.
I don't know.
It's like, Dad knows where he is for once. That's amazing. All right, so let's check out the standings, because, of course, there's so many games to be played. So let's have a look and see how things are developing. First thing to note is that now NIP actually have jumped up quite considerably. They were bottom of the table originally because they picked loads of trains and then they weren't winning them. But now, after playing other maps than train, they have recovered a little bit.
Yeah, and as you said, some teams only have played 3 games, so it's very hard to tell at this point which teams will make it through.
Yeah, and each team will play, a home and away map versus each team, so that's going to be 14 to be played for each one in total. So yeah, early days indeed. So nothing too dramatic. I would actually expect Titan to do a lot better this time than they did last time. I think they're a team that they're a great team to watch, because Titan. They play smart, and they got some interesting resources to use, like Kenny S, of course, is an interesting powerful player to use, as well as just the all-roundedness of the rest of the players and kind of the cool things Existence can come up with. Lots of interesting stuff from them, so I'm actually very excited to see how they're going to play in this tournament, because they've been kind of slumping for kind of a long time, but when are they going to get good, I don't know.
Yeah, well, they're very inconsistent, and I think that's mostly due to Apex and Kenny S being very emotional players. You could see just yesterday versus NIP, they were up 7-1. KNS and Apex was just shutting NIP down by themselves. We saw Apex playing that white box position on Cash, just getting 1 or 2 kills every single time NIP tried to push there. But as soon as NIP just started to string 3 or 4 rounds together, you could see that both Apex and KNS becomes more passive. They don't want to challenge as much as they usually do. And after that, NIP almost won every single round at that point.
All right, well let's do our Vulcan selections and see if we can get some good picks going. In Kiev, we made picks based on punts.
Yes, maybe we'll do that again.
All right, so okay, as you can see, it's EnVyUs, Virtus.pro, and Fnatic. So Virtus.pro playing twice. It makes sense to get as many Virtus.pro players to start with. So it's going to be Overpass and it's going to be Cash. So I'm feeling like.
Yeah, let's do it. 1 pick at a time. You can start.
I actually want to take Neo, because I think Overpass and Cash, depending on where he's playing on Overpass, if he's playing A, he usually gets a lot of kills. So he's very good there. And if he's playing Cash, he's very good at just holding down B. So yeah, I like Neo.
And Snax only 1,000.
Yeah, that's kind of
200. Yeah, very cheap. I'm gonna pick Snax.
It's kind of a must, isn't it?
I feel like this should be a pun with Snax. Yeah. I can't come up with one.
I don't know. I can kind of think of one, but it's too lame. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Yeah, you have to do it now.
No. I refuse.
Oh, you're just disappointed. All of you.
Everyone. All right. So let's get out that player. So again, another Virtus.pro player. We should get another one. I mean, Pasha's pretty awesome. Pasha's pretty good. Should we go for Pasha? It's really hard. I mean, I think Byali's also a very good choice if it's going to be Cash, because, I mean, Byali tends to play like around forklift, and he's actually amazing at playing that position. I think he might even be one of the best players, or maybe the best player I've seen play that spot. He's consistently getting so many frags, so efficient when he plays that spot. So I kind of want to take him based on his Cash performance. Do you have any insights into the remaining 3 players?
I would actually go for Biali as well, since Pash is the guy who goes aggressive long, usually with the op, and playing versus Fnatic, a team that will try to challenge him, I have a very hard time seeing him getting more than 1 pick per round at that position. So I don't think Pasha is going to have good stats in that game.
And what do you think about TaZ? Because I think we will end up picking byali here, but what do you think about TaZ?
I mean, his playing style, he's very good at spray control and just moving around boxes, so maybe if you just play defensive on the A side. However, seeing how Virtus play super aggressive, I would still pick byali.
Alright, let's go and do it. byali it is. Of course, so Fnatic and EnVyUs are playing once each. So we got 90 seconds to finish. We've got to be quite quick here. So Fnatic will be playing Overpass, and EnVyUs will be playing Cash. So EnVyUs on Cash, let's go to EnVyUs real quick. Who do you think will perform on Cash for EnVyUs? I actually want to take NBK.
I actually want to take SmithZz, because he plays a quad boxes and usually get a lot of frags there. And this is only $900.
And I also want to take, kind of want to take Happy as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Boom.
now let's go to Fnatic real quick. Now this is going to be hard because we don't have, we actually have loads of money left, which is good. Okay, so it's going to be Overpass.
We have to pick Olofmeister.
I was about to say, yeah, we've got to take Olofmeister. We've got 1,200 left, so we can get anyone else, so... it's pretty hard. Between Flusher, Crimson, and JW, do you think an Orpa is going to be good here?
I'm actually going to say JW, because he's so good at switching up his positions, either playing A-long or the toilet towards party.
And so it's either Neo, Snax, or byali for short caller. I think I want to say byali actually for some reason.
I'm going to say Olofmeister.
But they only play one game.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's pick byali.
Okay, boom, we're done. All right. So I have to see if we can actually make this work. Oh no, we're too slow. Yeah, we're too slow. It's all for nothing now.
But if you're gonna pick a team, you should have picked that team.
Yeah,
we cannot do it anymore.
You should have done it much faster than we did it there. Okay, so we're gonna be jumping into the first match relatively soon. It's gonna be Cash, EnVyUs, and Virtus.pro. And well, as far as predictions go for this one, I actually feel like Virtus.pro are one of the teams that should be the best at dealing with their style of play that EnVyUs will throw at them, which is going to be a lot of like very fast kind of half executes where it's like running smokes, running grenades, through smokes, and so on and so forth. And I feel like they're so good at playing rifles and low economy, and they're so good at moving around. And you got players like byali on A. I actually feel like byali actually would have been a very good shot caller here, because I feel like he might be top frag for Virtus.pro here.
Yeah, he plays that same position as SmithZz, just playing back of sight on A, doing the quad box, as some people call it. And usually if they go for the execute, that player gets 2 frags.
and also, I mean, we've already seen that EnVyUs, they love to actually go A more of the time than other areas of the map as well. So it should be that he'll have a lot of opportunities. If he's actually on his game, then I think he should be actually able to make a lot of kills. Yeah,
and even if you would have picked someone on B, playing B on Cash is not about like, oh, I'm gonna get a lot of frags. It's usually more about delaying your opponents as much as you can, so the rotation can get there in time. So usually you want to play on site, just strafe around the boxes, throw some flashes, and just buy as many seconds as you can. Yeah, and like there's some, and like maybe the one-on-ones, maybe that's about it. Like you get that one guy like get right for NIP, but that's about it. Usually, it's not super exciting. Oh yes, I'm gonna play. No one wants to play B. It's always that one position, and it's usually B on most maps actually. On almost all maps, that is like the most boring place to play, like Mirage. Yeah, I was just gonna say B Mirage must be the winner of worst positions if you want to get frags. But that's so weird as well, because if you're Snax and you're so good at retake, then like, I mean that was the funny thing about Virtus.pro originally, because they added Snax and byali into lineup, and they were just like, okay, what do we do this to you guys? We haven't played with them very much. Okay, let's just put Snax on B on the apartments. Then they like discover that actually this guy's actually so good at just retaking that it then becomes like this super important player to have in that position. So that was actually kind of a cool thing, and that also is cool because it like becomes this thing for Snax, and we see it on this map too. He'll play Vents, and one of the reasons is because of the fast rotation and the ability for him to retake into A. 3 smokes on EnVyUs on the CT pistol. I have no idea what they're gonna do with these smokes. Gonna boost the Vent actually on the pistol round. Okay, well we have Virtus.pro again. We're seeing a lot more B pushes in the meta game for the T side at the moment on this map. It's becoming quite common, which is quite interesting. And you can kind of see why actually, because EnVyUs are putting a lot of players towards A, and it looks like we're going to have a pause immediately. It's a great way to start a day of 12 hours of casting. Let's go.
DDoS.
What do you think you're gonna do with 3 smokes? Usually, when you buy 3 smokes, you have a set retake for a site.
Yeah.
But seeing as
I know what it is actually.
But they
no.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe you know.
I think what it is so basically the way that it should work is are they playing on? Is it not? It's not live. Okay. Yeah. So the way that it should work actually is you have more players towards A. Okay, so you're basically, I've seen this before actually once, I think. So you have more players towards A because let's say the normal meta game is the A retake. So usually teams will be like, oh, we'll just go A. But in reality, they're going, okay, actually, no, we want to be safe against that. So we're going to just put loads of players on A. So if they do rush A thinking that it's free, we'll get all the kills and then we'll win the round. But if they do go B, which is starting to become more common, then we'll go for a retake on B, but we have set smokes. So that you smoke from the ramp in B onto the checkers area. You smoke off the site and you smoke off the B storage as well, and you retake with the splash.
I know exactly which pistol round you mean.
You
showed it to me, and it was actually Hellraisers who did this pistol.
Yeah.
What I was gonna just point out is, seeing as they had one guy in checkers and one guy in vent, it's extremely weird. Like, how could you go for a retake if you have 2 people on B, because then you only have 2 guys left. When you're going for the retake,
that they're gonna die. It's like, well, you're gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, they can trade, and even if they trade 1 for 1, there's going to be a 3v3 after plant, which would heavily favor the terrorists, of course. So it means they have to at least get 3 kills, and even then it will be kind of hard, and I don't really know what they will use.
But this is the best thing I can come up with, man. It's like, you ask me, like, what are they going to do? It's the best thing I can come up with. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about something else. Maybe
they just suck. Maybe they just suck. Maybe they've accidentally bought a smoke.
I mean, surely they have a plan with this. And actually, this is becoming really common on the C2 pistol rounds, that you go for the smokes, because you can just throw a smoke, and the guy with the kit, usually have one guy with the kit on the pistol, just try to go for this diffuse right away.
Yeah.
And this is powerful. Even though you don't get the diffuse, you will force the terrorist out of their, like, proper positions, and they will probably just try to, like, YOLO towards the smoke, just spraying with the Glocks, just, we have to kill the diffuser, it's only 5 seconds. And then the other guys can just stand there and kill the terrorists while they're coming out. So it's a win-win situation for the CTs. You either get the diffuse, then you obviously just win the pistol. Or you force the terrorist out to just make this mad spray through the smoke, and then the other guys just kill them. And maybe you can even have 1 extra smoke after that and just smoke and do it again.
Yeah. And also, like, one of the reasons why actually is it's weird having the 2 players there for the round I was talking about is, again, because of the principle you're talking about. One of the reasons that's so strong is that you're supposed to make it seem really easy to take B, so that they do a plant that's really open, because that's the best, because then they're encouraged, very heavily encouraged, to go into those positions of checkers and B storage. So then when you put the smokes down, they will be behind there. So, and they won't really be on the site, which makes it much easier.
Yeah, and pro teams like rarely want to put a lot of players on the B side, because it's terrible for the after plan positions, because the CTs, we're talking about B cache. For those who just tuned in.
Hello.
Hello. The CTs can just run in through the smoke from lower, straight right into that headshot position, and then you're standing on site. Everyone who's played cache knows about this. How awkward it is as terrorists when the CTs comes close to you at that headshot position, and you can, like, start shoot at them, and then they duck, and you have your recall up, and they peek up. It's like just the worst position ever.
Yeah, definitely. It's really weird to deal with. But yeah, so we're going back to pistol, so we will have our answer soon. That was good. That was a good filler there. That was, like, even relevant. It wasn't even filler. That was actually a relevant discussion about the match. I'd high five you right now, but
we have 4 smokes.
But I shouldn't high five you for us doing
and 6 flashes.
Our job. What?
They had 4 smokes and 6 flashes.
Please go ahead and explain. Whoa, it looks like Virtus.pro are going to actually make their way towards an A push here, but
I just have no idea what EnVyUs is doing now. It's going to be so interesting.
Okay, we got the push coming in now, and Happy's close range. Here he's going to find the first headshot. Really nicely done, actually. Actually will go in for the trade. He will be rewarded with that, and he's going to get a second one by the back boxes as well. And Virtus.pro have the bomb site now. They're 3 against 2, and the bomb will go down. So actually, shox is in close. He's going to pick up the frag on Neo. Now Byali is having to push out from his position to try to get these players dead as that defuse can start to come in, and he's going to take the first player down. kioShiMa going to fall as we have Snax looking for some help here onto the position of Byali. He's trying to stop this plant from going down, but shox is going to use those grenades that he picked up and see if he can get something done, but he's getting tagged quite low. He's got a defuse kit actually, but he can't get the frag onto Byali, so EnVyUs will lose the round, and Byali with 3 frags.
And I think we're going to have a small pause here again. And still, I don't really get why they bought those smokes. The guys on A surely is going to use them, maybe in the way you talked about towards the B retake. But when you're only have 2 people on A, it's very hard to win the trades. To get a yeah, exactly. Like if you want to win the trades, if you're going to play the A site on the pistol, you need at least 3 people.
Yeah, exactly. We saw on the first pistol round before the restart. That's actually what we saw as well.
Yeah,
they actually had 3 people just sitting there.
Yeah, and even with 3, that's the fun part. It's actually kind of hard.
Yeah.
The pistol round we were talking about that Hellraisers did, I think they had 3 guys at 2 people quad, 1 on the site, and 1 playing the barrels just peeking mid. And then just, you can take mid. They didn't care because we have to have 4 people on the site. Because it's so hard with the USPs when the terrorist gets close to you to kill more than 1 before you have to reload. And if you reload, you're obviously dead. Yeah. So it's very, very hard to get efficient trades if you don't have a lot of players there.
It's actually really funny because when I saw that round, after casting it, I went into Skype and was like, Thread, you gotta see this round, it's so awesome. And he's like, wait, what is this? It's like, and I was like, oh yes, how is it to this pistol round on cash? He's like, oh, we're gonna play them in an hour on cash.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was amazing.
That worked out pretty well. I don't know if they.
No, they actually removed cash.
Okay.
But I think we were about to use that pistol round because I posted it to my team and said, look at this. It's so amazing.
It is actually really good. Yeah. Like, as far as like the meta game goes, it makes a lot of sense. Like a lot. And when they executed it, it went super well. I mean, it didn't go perfectly, but they won the round and it worked. Like, it worked. And I mean, one of the cool things. Well, one of the things about pistol rounds in this game is that it can be a little bit random because it's just like the AD with like the pistols it's just a little bit like, I don't know what it is, but it feels random. I mean, is there a reason? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree to some extent. I mean, everyone has been in that duel where you're 2 people just aiming at each other's head and just tapping and just praying to God, okay, please let me get the headshot first, please.
Anyway, we'll come back to that fort because it's quite an interesting one. But okay. Back into the match, we've got the force up from EnVyUs. They're going to invest almost everything, and Virtus.pro have a couple rifles and just some SMGs. And they're going to just go for a quick push into the B-bomb site with some grenades, which is nice. And they got some smokes to help them out as well, and it's looking pretty clean so far. So good stuff here from Virtus.pro, and they will have themselves a bomb plant very shortly. Now EnVyUs could decide to play the exits here, or try to save these weapons into the next round. Looks like they're going to probably save 1 or 2 of them at least.
And shox getting taking a lot more damage than he wanted in that position, and EnVyUs should just try to save the weapons here.
Yep, and looks like they're going to be doing that. So this is pretty boring. Sorry guys, it's pretty lame.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say that the force by a CT has become more and more weak.
Yeah.
It seems like the terrorists have a better, like they know how to handle it. The T force buy makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Well, because you're doing the push. The AKs can go first. The guys can just pick up your weapons. As CT, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you can with the Ts, you can use grenades so well with the SMGs. Actually, it's become super efficient if you do it properly. There are a lot of teams that still don't do it properly, which I think encourages more teams to do that force buy. And yeah, I mean, well, we'll have to see if EnVyUs can recover economically speaking, because that's the really hard thing on CT side. Like, if you lose the economy, and you just can't buy, like, you can't get the AWPs going, you can't get the right grenades going, it becomes really hard.
Just gonna be a simple B contract player from Virtus, and seeing as EnVyUs only have 1 player there, should be an easy round for them.
Yeah, here we go. We got Molotov going in. That's a nice one there from NEO, as we will see them actually guessing right here, because the stack was towards the A bomb site. So the thing is that's cool about this is that we can't actually get many frags. So he's going to get nothing. But the cool thing is that sure, Virtus.pro didn't really. They could have been running into a stack, but they had the nades. They already were throwing in the nades to actually try to make the play safe, and they did it so quickly that no rotation could really come in. The CTs couldn't really complicate things by slowing it down and then making it all weird, and all the engagements become very strange with all the distractions here and there. It's like, no, just in quickly with grenades, and they made it happen. And good stuff from Virtus.pro. Yeah,
that's actually an error that a lot of teams do. They don't abuse the fact that you can use the smokes and Molotovs on the Antica rounds, and you can see people going like,
oh, like Angel and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's people might go, oh, it's so expensive with the smoke, it's so expensive with the Molotovs, but it's still so much more worth it than if you die 1 single player. Because if 1 single player dies, you lose a Kevlar and a weapon and maybe some nades as well. That's $3,000 to $4,000 If everybody uses a Molotov, that's
that's
less money.
I'm still waiting for it to become very common for all teams to just use like 5 Molotovs, because it's $400 each. It's actually nothing versus losing a player, and you get them to run into the positions for you to easily spray them down. They can't even shoot accurately because they're moving. Anyway, we're into the buy round, and Virtus.pro so far have been doing quite well and been very efficient, and EnVyUs are on these rifles. kioShiMa's close to main. He might be able to, or sorry, mid main. He might be able to actually get something done here if he goes for a bit of a push. As we see, Virtus.pro are making their way around towards the A site. They got the smokes down as well, and NBK is going to try to see what he can do here. There's a lot of players here for EnVyUs on the bomb side already, so they might be able to hold this down quite effectively. Already the first frag coming in. NBK going to make the second one as well. Now TaZ has made his way into the side. He does get sprayed on one, but needs a trade there as Happy takes him out. It's a 2-on-3 in favor of EnVyUs, although Neo is going to be able to work onto one from A main. Good stuff from him, and pasha as well coming in, putting the play on forklift. Great execution there from Virtus.pro. Really nice individual skill at the end to save the day, but EnVyUs, they had the good setup there.
Yeah, they had upper hander that got into a 4v2 situation, but it's sometimes when you go for the retake on A, you try to like kill the terrorists before they go for the plant. You can get a lot of kills, but it's so easy for the terrorists to just retrade you back and getting into that 2v2, and in that 2v2 is just so a nice shot there from pasha towards forklift. It's very hard to make that shot from quad to forklift actually. Yeah,
forklift is kind of a really weird spot because of the forklift itself, like the metal all over the place. Yeah. It's just very awkward. So very cool indeed. Okay, so we have to see if EnVyUs again will be able to get the economy back, going back in their favor. Do you want to see this full ecos from them here? Like, maybe okay, well they've got Deagles.
Yeah, I mean Deagles or P250s or SmithZz and nothing else. Maybe a flash if you have a plan with it. I like that NBK buys a smoke. You see a lot of players actually go for an HE, which I don't really like. I would always prefer a flash or a smoke over an HE on an eco round. And just go for, if you have a flash, you can just go for one, like, pop flash. If you have a smoke, NBK might smoke A main and they stack B, try to scare them off with that smoke. There's a lot of things you can do just to try to play mind games with your opponents. So I mean, you're not looking to win the round. Of course, you're going to try to win the round, but you're happy with getting 2 to 3 kills.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Virtus.pro's position goes now, I mean, what is the most efficient way, do you think, for them to play this? Like, would you want to see them just play like defensively, use the time at the start of the round and see if there's an aggression, and then move into like a mid control play and then see if they can get EnVyUs to peek out and get some frags before going for a site take? Or what do you think, like a faster play is better?
I mean, I usually tend to like more faster plays where you just go, as we saw in the first, let's be contact with nades. Yeah. Because if you're spreading out and just playing angles, it's so easy in this game to just run and shoot with a pistol, so you could actually lose players around the map if you do that. And they're going to go for it now. And seeing as EnVyUs probably not going to buy Kevlar, this is a pretty good decision by Virtus. Okay, well, we got bomb towards the the back of A main. And so far using nades pretty well. Got kioShiMa down really low. And that nade actually, that Molotov, interestingly, also not only went below the vent, but also in the vent as well itself. So, and they actually had a player in the middle who could have actually spotted someone who would be in the vents trying to move out. So that was actually pretty nice there by Virtus.pro, setting up everybody, and we can see them actually Molotoving the EnVyUs box, which we're calling it now, because they always try to hide a player there, letting the entire team take the bomb site and before peeking finally. And so far it's looking okay for Virtus, but they're gaining some ground slowly in middle, but they've actually lost a player. Good stuff here from EnVyUs. Virtus.pro, they need to make something happen. This is getting quite ridiculous now. 2 players down for Virtus.pro. It's getting very costly as EnVyUs are in a 3-on-3. Byali, though, will make the advantage come back into the hands of Virtus.pro as they finally go for this push towards the B bomb site. Rotation is coming around, though. We do have NBK with an AK. He's got no armor, but he's got the AK. He's coming in from the vent. So he's the last chance here for some extra damage, but it looks like he wants to save it. Yeah, I should just go for the save here. Virtus.pro should have a pretty decent bank to work with. And they actually have lower money than I thought. 9k in 1 player. NBK should be able to save this. And there we go. He's going to get a nice exit frag and probably back away. That's a nice bit of damage, and now you can safely just like say, okay, got the damage. That was pretty guaranteed. Now I can try to survive. And the score is going to be 5-0, and I want to like put one thing out there. If EnVyUs didn't go for that full force by the second round, they might have had more nades for the first weapon round, and that might actually have could have made the difference for them not losing that first weapon round and making it 5-0 instead of 3-1 in that.
Yeah. I think Virtus.pro are a team you have to respect as well, their ability to play the anti-ecos correctly. Because there are some teams where it will work because they will try to play like the Angel style, where you will get a few shots off with your Deagle. And that's all it takes, is just because the Deagle, I mean, sometimes if the RNG is not, you know, is kind to you, you will just get the headshot. And then all of a sudden it's like a 5v4 early in the round. It gets very awkward. Either way, we're going to see EnVyUs with another buy. And then this time they're going to have the AWP on SmithZz. And we're going to have the push coming in from Virtus.pro as well. Happy at the back of the site, looking to get some fast frags here with this M4, but nice double peek coming in from Virtus.pro. They're going to eliminate Happy, push him out of the bomb site. But the retake is coming in. EnVyUs trying to spray through. NBK getting 2 frags actually. Great work from NBK so far. 3-on-3 with the bomb now planted, and heavy pressure from these CTs on the bomb site itself, as now we have some post-plant positions being taken by Virtus.pro. Nice frag there from Pasha as well with the AWP, and this looks very hard now for EnVyUs to get back into the bomb site.
Yeah, and that's just gonna save this round. And Virtus.pro just going for a very simple A-take there, and this is probably very annoying for EnVyUs because their comfort zone as CT on this map is going for those fast retakes and just trying to kill them whilst they're trying to go for the plant. And Virtus.pro is just shutting that down now, so EnVyUs has to go out of their comfort zone and try something different.
Yeah, I really like how Virtus.pro are playing because it feels like they're playing some good CS right now. And the problem is, I feel like for EnVyUs, is that EnVyUs, I think, needed a good CT half. Like, they needed to see how smart we are, Beyond. Byali's top fragging because it's cash, like we predicted. Anyway,
we only talked about overpass as well.
I know we talked about cash a little bit. But yeah, so I feel like Virtus.pro are going to be able to hold very, very well on CT. Their CT on this map is really good. And, well, we're going to have to see how things develop there later on, of course. EnVyUs can still turn things around a little bit, but we do have the wall of smokes in middle. Now, shox, he's quite good at playing this kind of a spot here. He's just stuck behind the smoke, and he might try to move in. Now, it's very, very fine timing, because if Virtus.pro wait for the smokes to go away, they could catch him, but he pop flashes in. A perfect timing. shox, he must have been counting the seconds until the smoke was going away. So that's really, really high-level stuff there from shox. Able to pick up a kill. He gets the call as well, and the bomb wasn't moving there just yet. And so the problem for EnVyUs becomes now information. They haven't seen anything. They've got 2 players on the B1 site, and so that's also a really long rotation.
Yeah, 4v4 now, advantageous position for Virtus.pro. Bomb is in A main, and they have control of middle.
Nice duel there. NBK going to win that against Snax. That's going to help massively. Oh no, Neo's going to get a really nice angle there from the from middle, and now it's Virtus.pro moving in. They've got 2 versus 3 now to try to take this bomb site. The rotation started to happen from B. It is a very long rotation, but a lot of pressure on Byali here, and he did actually make the frag onto Happy, and that's going to allow Neo now to work onto the frags in middle. Now this becomes very hard. Now this crossfire could be very dangerous. kioShiMa is trying to make his way in for the retake, make his way in for the bomb plant, but first he's got 2 players to kill. Just going to walk his way in now, see if he can get a fast frag. The smokes are helping him quite a lot, and Byali's going to spot him, and he's going to take him down. Another round there for Virtus.pro. They're playing so damn well.
Yeah, excellent decision making from Neo there. A lot of players, when they're in that position in mid, feels like, okay, I just have to push the A site right away and just help my teammate. But Neo realizes, oh, it's very unlikely that they're going to play 2 people from car. Very high chance that one guy is going to come connector, and he just meets him close there. So very, very nice frag there from Neo.
And they're just throwing in some nades and going for the fast mid-take. However, the Molotov is going to stop that, or delay it rather. That's actually a really nice incendiary, like a really good investment to make. And after that, NBK is actually going to get a frag onto Pasha, so yeah, I really love that incendiary. If we would have seen a fast mid-take there from Virtus.pro, I think that would have been very strong. But Neo's actually made his way into checkers right now. Great pop flash for SmithZz, and he's going to get the frag and the weapon away from Neo.
He actually didn't pick up the weapon. I think they expect more players from Virtus there, and this might actually backfire for EnVyUs, as he still plays 2 people on B, and SmithZz still hasn't been able to walk up and grab that weapon.
Yeah, that information is sorely needed, as now they're going to spot the players coming in, but the little boost position there is going to work out very nicely for EnVyUs. Looks like they should be able to take this round. Just Byali's left, the top fragger so far for Virtus.pro. He's got 45 seconds to play with and no chance in hell. 7-1, and Virtus.pro with loads of money. Actually, not loads of money, but decent amount of money to keep the buys going.
EnVyUs was with 4 survivors there as well, so they are able to build a small bank. Will, however, be forced to buy a lot of nades this round, since I don't think they had that many to work with for last round. So might still be forced to eco if they lose this.
Okay. So what did Virtus.pro go for now? Looks like they might want to even go for a fast play, but there's the pop flash in from the CTs. They know that they're close here now, do Virtus.pro, and they will spot them. NBK now by the barrels is just spamming through. He's going to have to switch out to the pistol. Frags coming in though from all over the place. shox trying to respond, and he will only get one kill. This is working very well for Virtus.pro. NEO coming in on to mid as well, and that will be enough to deal with kioShiMa. Just leaving SmithZz left alive, and he's going to get flashed and killed. So really well done there by Virtus.pro. They caught out EnVyUs' little aggression in A main, and that was that.
Yeah, I think EnVyUs was just trying to go for the boost there, and I'm very surprised they opt to go for the regular boost there.
Unsafe.
Yeah, the safe boost is to do the running jump, and I actually thought in the beginning that that jump was tricky, but then we started to try it, and it's super easy to do. Like it's like you cannot fail. You just fly up there immediately. And yeah, now EnVyUs has to eco, even though they had 4 survivors, and go for the 5 deeps.
Yeah, we're seeing this. We're seeing this a lot from them, and I feel like this again. This is something that works. Okay, one, if your aim is very good, and that reduces the variance of the RNG, and that's why Simple is so amazing with it. Or two, the team you're playing against doesn't play proper anti-ecos, and we're going to see them moving in together now. And DK get one kill there, but a second kill as well actually, but he will get traded on by TaZ in the end. So 3 versus 3, so EnVyUs' Deeks have actually proven effective so far. Now, SmithZz is going to try to peek into middle. They need some info, and he's going to be the one to try to deliver that. And he will see that mid is pretty empty at the moment. And this is smart by Virtus.pro. They just need to play the numbers game, and they're going for that play on A. And there is one man there so far. Got the Molotovs going in as well. Good use of grenades here from Virtus.pro to slowly try to clear the bomb site. Pop flash through the smoke there from Byali, looking for the entry. Towards the back of the site, finds SmithZz, and the second player, Happy, goes down as well. So again, a very strong round here from Virtus.pro, despite losing a couple players to the Deeks. The key thing is that there was always players to trade. Always. That's the key thing. And we had some games yesterday where NIP were playing, and that was never the case.
Yeah, this is very basic CS. Yeah. You just go for the trades, and as soon as you thin out the number at a site, you can just go for the bomb plant, and then you have a very easy round to win from there. kioShiMa will be able to save that AK, so it's something going in EnVyUs' way. But being down 9-6, or sorry, 9-1, seeing as the best half they can get from this position is 9-6 versus Virtus.pro, this is going to be very tough.
Yeah, again, I feel like Virtus.pro's CT side is better, but they're playing a really nice T side. They're outplaying EnVyUs on the CS kind of standpoint. Of course, EnVyUs started with a poor economy, losing the pistol round, so you have to give them the benefit of the doubt there. But they did go for the immediate force up using all their money, so they always put themselves in a spot where they couldn't get the orb rolling in as soon as they could, and that meant that Virtus.pro were able to build a better bank, a bigger bank, and it's like a slippery slope, more or less, in an economic standpoint. So Virtus.pro again looking pretty solid. Lots of Molotovs for them, 5 Molotovs. Probably the team that uses them the best actually in the world.
Yeah, I agree. Just trying to use every advantage they can get from them. And very passive round there from Virtus.pro, probably just going to go for a default and try to get some picks on. I would be surprised if they didn't go 2x2 or 2 players with each other, so they can go for the refrag. Yesterday we saw NIP doing a lot of boosting up Force and Alden. They just went out mid all alone without anyone to refrag.
What are we going to see from Virtus? Looks like they might go for a delayed mid take actually. They are setting up around middle for that potentially, and the bomb is actually moving towards the back of A main. So we might see an A split as well. That's very possible. Just get the initial pick or harassment here and see if they can force some players back. shox is going to go super open, moving straight into the middle of mid there, and he's going to get a 1-for-1 pasha with the trade. And Virtus.pro indeed looking for the A split, and they got TaZ by the door. Now, the positioning here for EnVyUs isn't too bad, actually. They've actually taken A main, so this might actually be confusing, because now that the rotation won't come in, they might not expect the play to actually come into A, but here it is. Byali opens the door, snaps down Happy, and now it's just going to be 3 players left for EnVyUs. But NBK in that position by A main, very important, but he's going to go down, and that should give an overwhelming advantage here for Virtus.pro in this retake situation. And Snax is in a really nice position as well. Oh no, he's going to put the nade at the wrong time. Oh, but the peek is too slow from SmithZz, almost. And now it's just kioShiMa, and this is very, very bad here for EnVyUs. Oh, he's going to get the frag, but he can't win this round at this point. So it should be 10-1 now. That is, again, another very well played round by Virtus.pro.
Yeah, the mid-round calls from Virtus is just flawless at this point in the game. Just seeing the weakness going 2 people door, and I like that they opt to go 2 people from the door, then going maybe 1 A main, 1 door. Just always sticking together and being able to go for that refrag. This time Bieli did get the enter frag right away from door, but if he would have gone down, the second guy in door could have just gone for the refrag, and they would probably won the round anyway.
Yeah, Bieli on 20 kills. Bieli on 20 kills in like with 11 rounds played. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, and we're going to see now the nades coming in. And a good clearance of the A bomb site so far against these very awful buy of EnVyUs. Very light investment. And again, EnVyUs are applying. So there's 2. Like, we can talk about this quickly. Like, there's 2 ways to think about it when you come to a situation where your economy is in a spot where you cannot buy. Now, some teams will say, okay, let's calculate how much we're going to get for losing this round. Okay, it's going to be, let's say, 2,400. Okay, then that means we can buy to like 2K. So like buy like a pistol and maybe some Kevlar or something, or just like a scout. And then next round we can buy, but it's not like a great buy, and you're using all of your money, so you're guaranteed to eco 100% in the next round. So like, do you think that that used to be what every team would do? Now, do you think this is still good? Because that's the style that EnVyUs are still playing. I
would just go for the full eco, because you're at this point in the game where, okay, we cannot break the bank of the opponents. There's so few rounds left of the half, so we can just focus on our own economy. Probably not going to win a CZ buy, so we can just go for the full eco, and then we can do 2 full buys instead.
So the focus on your own economy instead of your opponent's economy, and we're going to have EnVyUs now with the pick onto byali, just with the aggressive play, playing 4 people towards A, so that squeaky push as well. And is it going to be spotted here by Virtus.pro? They're actually moving quite quickly around short, and kioShiMa's there to stop them. So this looks really good right now for EnVyUs. They've done a nice little gamble towards A. It's really paid off massively, and they are going to pick up this round, it would seem, but Neo's still alive to try to cause some havoc, cause some damage. He's not going to be able to do much though, only taking down shox. And the thing is though, EnVyUs won that round based on a big gamble.
Yeah, it was a very cool play though from EnVyUs, just pushing 2 people door, pushing 2 people A main, because even if you will lose a player in one of the positions, the terrorist is probably so spread out that you will gain ground at the other position. And seeing how Virtus.pro has never gone for a fast B push, you're really not risking that much with putting 4 people on A that early, because they would have time to rotate back.
Alright, then we get the usual incendiary to stop the very powerful, super fast mid take execute from Virtus.pro. That's actually incredibly important. Like, I think that's something I think we can talk about after the game, if we remember. Okay, we're going to have a more splits opening here from Virtus.pro. They've got 2 players in mid, 2 in B storage. They've actually, that said, actually they have left A main and Squeaky completely open, so they're going to actually come into a play into B. I don't think they've shown this play yet, and Snax is just going to walk in. He's going to, oh, that is so awesome there from Snax. That entry is incredible. They are destroying EnVyUs on B, just trying to walk out as far as they can. And that is so strong. shox will come in with a kill by Checkers, but you have to respect the very strong play here from Virtus at the moment, not dropping a beat at all.
Yeah, flawless play from Virtus, and now he's only 7 HP. We'll go for the save, and you're right, they walked as far as they could, and you do that so you can gain as much ground as you can before you telegraph your play. Because as soon as you telegraph your play, the opponents will obviously call for their rotation. So you wanna, if you're gonna go for the B play, it's so much better to be that much closer to the site when you're going for the executes. That's why you don't see a lot of teams going for the nades through the window from the Toxic, because you're actually so far away from the site in Toxic.
Patch is going to catch shox as well, going for an aggression. So we see a very strained buy by EnVyUs, and it's in the last round of the first half here. They're 12. They're up. Virtus.pro up 12 rounds to the 2 of EnVyUs as well. So you know it's very awkward here, and they're going to be getting sprayed down up short as well. NBK's by the Toxic barrels up on short, trying to deny any entry. But they've done enough damage now. They just have to trade into a bomb site, and they've got fast access to B, so they're going to choose B. So not going for any more angels. And I love that. Again, good mid-round decision making. No need to like push the angels, and you can just take the bomb site. So again, Virtus.pro looking good, and byali will get the plant. And we'll have the last few players getting taken out here. And what was the point you were making there? I had something to add to that. but doesn't
Oh,
smack.
with gaining ground before you telegraph.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to explain, although NBK again is giving a go at this. Very, very low though. Okay, we'll go down. So another thing about that is we didn't really like highlight why or what the effect is of the super delayed rotation, or like why that's important. Because if you do get fast entries, them obviously being further away means that you can take a better position. So like your percentage, like chance to win the round goes up massively than if it's very telegraphed, and they can have people that are very fast and you don't get into a good position after a plant. Or you don't give yourself enough time to take down the players on the bomb site who are there to delay you. So it's like it's actually an incredibly powerful concept when it comes to winning rounds as T with the whole bomb plant dynamic. So, and the cool thing is that Virtus.pro, that was the first time they showed it to EnVyUs in this match as well. So they were not ready for that.
And we see one smoke on pasha, one kit on Neo, and 2 smokes for EnVyUs actually. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Looks like they're just gonna... I think they're just gonna jump to mid and run on the railing and just do a fast A-split.
This is interesting though, because Virtus.pro have a very nice round to deal with this. They actually have 2 players pushing A main, so kioShiMa is actually spotting, but he's not spotting in the right direction. He's going to go down to Snax, as now TaZ gets an excellent engagement as well, and they are all being distracted as Virtus.pro get the perfect engagements. It's down to NBK. He's got to take down 3 more players. There's the second one as well. NBK doing a good job right now with that double kill, but the bomb is stuck in the vent, and he's going to have to go all the way around to go and get it without any teammates to boost him. Finds the frag onto byali. Now it's a one-on-one. pasha needs to play this smart. Now, NBK is in quite an interesting spot right now. He's got quite a lot of time to use, 50 seconds in fact.
And how will pasha play this? Will he try to just go for the defense of the bomb, or will he actually try to play the mind game and go to a site?
At the moment he's still sitting in the vent here, and NBK has made his way around. pasha is looking for that rotation. He's looking for the most obvious spot at the moment. Still in the... I think he just dropped out of the vent now. Yeah, he's dropped out of the vent. And we've got NBK slowly making his way in. So 20 seconds left now. Oh, pasha! Great shot there. I mean, you could easily see him maybe missing that one, and then NBK can like run away with the bomb, and then it gets a bit awkward. But no, it gets the first bullet, and that was that.
Yeah, very cool pistol round from Virtus.pro, leaving the B side completely open. I think they had a set recheck probably from the vents, seeing as they were 4 people in mid. And if you're 4 people in mid, you obviously can rotate to the A side extremely fast as well. So that was a cool pistol round from Virtus.
Yeah, we're going to have the force up here from EnVyUs. Again, it's pretty strong. And the A play is what they're likely going with. And this is what we're talking about. byali in this position was one of the reasons why I wanted to choose him for the team. He's so good at this position. Very consistent, especially with the rifle, but he's got an SMG here. MP7's going to find the first player. There's more coming though. He's only going to get 1 frag as EnVyUs march their way into the bomb site. And SMG spraying them down, taking no prisoners here, Virtus.pro. So it's just shox who's left over. However, he's got an incendiary, an MP9, and actually could make something happen here, but the flash is very timely there. Good stuff there from Virtus.pro. They will go on to match point. So they 61 TSM on overpass, and they're looking to have a similar result here on Cash against EnVyUs with really good Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they're playing excellent CS right now. Just that pop flash in the end there just shows that they're playing every round, super safe, always communicate well. Just great team play. Yeah,
my first 2 picks were byali and NBK, and they're both beasting. That's nice to see. I feel slightly validated right now. It's a shame our team didn't get through, but anyway. Match point here for Virtus.pro. Of course, EnVyUs have to force it. And so far, we're going to get a frag from pasha on mid as NBK was challenging long range, trying to look for a sneaky shot, but couldn't find it. And byali's going to spot at least 1 player there. That should indicate that there should surely be more there, because they have to play the numbers game here, the T's. They have to. So the rotation is going to start to happen here for Virtus.pro as they work out what's going on. Great stuff there from shox though, pushing the position onto the bomb site. Absolute madness, chaos in fact here, as all these kills come in from the pistols of EnVyUs. And oh my goodness, pasha running with the spray, takes down 2 players immediately. And it's down to Neo and Snax now in this 2-on-2 to just win the match outright. And there it is, the first frag coming in from Snax, and the Tech 9 spam will do it from Neo. And that will be the match there, 16-2. And it was a good opportunity for EnVyUs to win one, but Virtus.pro too strong. Yeah, I just love watching Virtus.pro when they play at this level. Just the mid-round decisions, all like the small things that pop flash into A main when they weren't at 2v1. This maybe it just looks like small things, but it makes a big difference in the long run. So I mean, again, this is something like I want to like try to explain a little bit. The concept of playing like good CS is actually kind of important, because we were having a discussion earlier. We went to the gym before the cast to wake up because we both slept for like 12 hours after the weekend and stuff. So we were talking about like the concept of CS, basically playing the basics really well, and how by doing that you can become like in the top 2% of players, basically. Like you can be super good. You don't need to be like naturally talented at all, because so many teams and players neglect the basics, and so Virtus.pro there showing very good basics, like understanding how to play all the situations properly, like playing together. And
yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it's not that they had better aim than EnVyUs in that game or in general. I mean, the players in EnVyUs has maybe not way better aim, but they have better aim.
Yeah, better individually.
Yeah, they are, but just playing very good, just playing the basics very, very well is what Virtus.pro is doing, and they're winning 16-2 and starting T on cash.
Yeah, it's very, very cool to see. So, all right, guys, we'll take a break. When we come back, we have, of course, more matches. We've got loads of Counter-Strike here today, so stay tuned. We'll see you very shortly.